Good morning, Bayside students. Today's assignment is at GridSound.com. Scroll down a little bit to click on this glowing box, and then click on the button that says Click to Start. When you get there, it might be a little too zoomed in, so hold down the control button and push minus, 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 minus until it's all on your screen. Oops, so we went too far. Hold control and push plus. Now, first thing I'm going to point out is this little keyboard over here on the bottom right-hand side. And where that arrow is highlighting and pointing out is that we can change the sound this keyboard makes. We can actually change the shape of the sound wave from a sine wave to a triangle to a square to all kinds of fancy and unique shapes. And as you can tell, each different shape is going to create a different kind of sound. All right, enough about sine waves and sound waves. Let's actually create some music using this MIDI entry format. We just type these notes right in here on this keyboard. Your assignment requires you to have plenty of notes in here, and they have to be in both melody and chord format, meaning that you've got to have a couple places where you need at least 3 notes stacked on top of each other to create a chord, because a chord is 3 or more notes stacked on top of each other playing at the same time. Now up here, you can see we're going over to the drum library on the left-hand side, and there's all these different drum sounds that we can drag right into the DAW, right into this digital audio workstation. And you can drag so many different drum sounds. As you can see, there's dozens of drum sounds over here. Drag them right in there and spend a long time figuring out which drum sounds you like the best. Now, this is one of the ways that you can drag your drum sounds in. And the reason that I like this version of putting drum sounds into this DAW is because you really have no limit. You can enter as many different kinds of drum sounds as you like. You're not limited to 4 different drum sounds or 5 different drum sounds. It does take a little more time than the second method that I'm going to show you, but you really have a lot of creative freedom. So everyone needs to have drum sounds and a drum beat that isn't just pure chaos, but something that actually makes sense rhythmically in their assignment. In just a moment, I'm going to show you how to zoom in on the drum sounds and how to zoom in on the keyboard sounds so you can control them a little better. But let's go ahead and explore that second method for adding in your drum sounds and your drum beat. But let's listen to what I have. Well, that was fun. You can see I can scroll over here to the right, and there's plenty of room to add more. If you're not scrolling over and adding more music, you're not completing this assignment correctly. You've only made a really short song. And we don't want a really short song. We want you to have a nice long project. So let's take a look at this other method for adding in your drum beats. And this is also the method for making a large version of the keyboard or a large version of the drum set, and this is going to make it a lot easier for you to see things. Let's take a look. You can actually click and drag and move these things around, and hidden behind there is actually an easier version of the drum set. And you can see all I got to do is click, 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 and the drums are added. Now the downside is I can't hear what's going on as I click on them. In the other method, as I clicked each drum sound, it let me know what it was going to sound like. So right here, I'm not able to hear exactly what's going on. I'm kind of guessing until I hit that play button. And so you're going to want to hit the play button and then add some notes. Hit the play button and add some notes. And go back and forth and do that again and again. So let's go ahead and hear what that sounds like. Oh. That's a little chaotic, so we're going to have to edit that a little bit. Let's take away some notes. Let's move some notes around. A little better, but it still could use some work. So let's go ahead and move some things around. They've got this grid that you can see, and it is a little bit hard to see. I'll show you in just a moment how to go into some sort of what we'll call a full screen mode, where you really can zoom in on what you're doing on the drum set or what you're doing on the keyboard. Yeah, I like that. Now see, we were able to zoom in here and really see what's going on when we click on that little zoom button right there. And then I just got to minimize that screen. Let's do that on the keyboard and we can see so many more keys. Really lets us zoom in here. And I can click and drag these around. If I want to delete one, all I have to do is use 2 fingers to click on it and it will delete that note. Now I can also drag little connectors in between these notes. When I do that, these connectors are going to go ahead and they are going to make a little slide happen between each of these notes. And that little slide is something you can add to your song. In fact, it's something that everybody has to have in their song at least once. Okay, there's how it sounds so far. We get a feel for how that sounds. Now, even though I have the drum set in the drum area, I can also add some additional drum sounds, some record scratches, some additional drum beats that I wasn't able to add. Oh, wowzers. That's fun. Guys, that's making music right there. And this is your assignment, is to spend most of the class period experimenting. Now, what you'll see here is that I accidentally closed all of those. All I got to do is click on those boxes in the top center, and they come back. And then there's also this refresh button in the top left center you can click if your sound stops working. Now, right there is the download button, and everybody's got to click that download button at the end. Give yourself time at the end of class. Click render. It's going to render the song so you can download it. You're going to download that OGG/Opus file. And once you've downloaded that, I bet you can guess where it's going to go. That's right. You guessed correctly. It's going to go in your computer. And then from your computer, you're going to upload that right into Google Classroom. Put that right in your GridSound assignment. So let's go ahead and take a look at that GridSound assignment. GridSound assignment for Coach Campbell's class. Now right here under Add or Create, you're going to click File. And you're going to grab that file right from the downloads from your computer. Everybody's got to have this turned in. Here we go. Let's find that file. Let's turn it in, and let's call it a day.